All right, today I'm going to talk about how I'm taking care of my anxiety now, because I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, I recorded so many that I've honestly lost track of them. But I know in one of them I mentioned something about anxiety I'd been feeling. And as I record this today, I took a first step to do something about it. So I went to the doctors today about that because I had a medication for blood pressure that I was suspecting was aggravating my anxiety, making it worse than it already was. I say that because I looked it up, knowing that a lot of it really flared up during the time when I was first prescribed it in October. I looked it up, and one of the possible side effects, rare one, not very likely, but technically physically possible, anxiety. Then again, I already was kind of anxious for the last 3.5 years now. I haven't been able to bring myself to drive because I had a little oopsie in the parking lot. I left a note and then got a call back confirming that it was all good, that I did nothing wrong. Something about that just made me scared of being behind the wheel. It distorted my sense of space. So since then, I've been going around. I've been walking places, and I've had trouble walking around, walking near parked cars. The new blood pressure medication started likely doing that. I I would say it was aggravating what was already there. I immediately stopped taking it and then got an appointment that was originally supposed to be on the 31st, but it got delayed to the 2nd because he was out sick. So I talked to him about it, and I got the opportunity to take a. He changed my prescription from the second blood pressure medication to a new one, which should be arriving this time tomorrow. Yeah, in the meantime, I was also looking at other ways to, I don't know, make my mental state better. I talked about how I dumped my supply of Pepsi cans by just opening them up and then dumping them down the sink. I decided to bring my caffeine consumption down to just the 1 cup of coffee at breakfast, and that's it. My doctor actually offered to prescribe SSRIs to take care of that, like ones that DBDR has talked about. He even mentioned the sexual side effects. Man, I wish I'd told him, yeah, I've never done it with anyone. And I've been single my entire life, so you know what? Maybe it wouldn't be such a bad thing. If that happened, I it honestly wouldn't be a huge loss. Like how DVDR's mom was like, "Well, it's not like you're using it anyway." Instead, I politely declined, citing I'd rather go see the behavioral therapist first before I go on any new medications. So we did that. Wait, what's that out there? Sounds like someone's getting a big delivery. Well, anyway, I took care of that. I at least got those first steps sorted out. Called an Uber afterward and went to Star Market where I needed to resupply on vitamin D anyway because today was the last day of supplements being buy one get one free, store brand ones that is. And I was running low on the Target store brand one. I also picked up some stuffing and a can of cranberry sauce for my mom. And then I used the reward dollars in this month's $5 coupon from Fresh Pass. I got like nearly $23 worth of stuff for $5.15. I might have bought a couple more items, but I decided not to carry too much with me in the Uber ride to the pizza place. It's not too far away from me, which is where I decided to get lunch after walking around and playing Pokemon Go for a little bit. Not a whole lot, but still. I got it their stuffed crust pizza and their fried dough bites. 35 plus dollars after the debit slash credit card payment fee, the Massachusetts state meals tax, and the tip. Which is why when I got home I decided to properly enjoy it on the kitchen table with just some background YouTube noise instead of bringing it up to my room in the dark, watching whatever on TV. Probably would have been more YouTube, if not Ancient Aliens or something. Okay, I'm actually feeling a little tired from all that food, but I promised myself I was gonna record, so I am gonna keep doing that before the noise I have to plan around kicks in, and then I don't end up doing anything. Well, when all is said and done, I can safely say that I'm making the right call to handle this responsibly with a medical professionals plural, once I narrow down the behavioral therapist to go to. I think I'm going to take a couple days off from doing stuff for this until Monday or Tuesday, and then start calling around for an appointment. Or maybe I should do that after I finish recording and then have an appointment for next week. Because I'm still not feeling as stressed out since I stopped taking the other blood pressure medication. I was still experiencing stress from other things outside of this that I can't really get into right now. But yeah, we'll figure out what happens with that. I know that based on what my doctor said and what my mom said, that in the grand scheme of things, this is a very mild case compared to what others are experiencing. So I'm not going to go into too much more detail now. I think I might have overshared a little, but you know what? I want to share that I am actually taking steps to do better. I'm not self diagnosing myself, though I have a couple theories on what it could be because I took abnormal psychology class in college. So I know a few things. Like I said in a previous video, ultimately, a disorder comes down to whether it impairs your ability to function or not. I'd say, based on the fact I can barely walk down the street without looking over my shoulder to make sure I didn't bump into anything, it is impairing my ability to function. I can tell you that right now. Driving is one thing. Like, I think even if I'm not scared of driving after all that, I don't feel the need to do that. I don't go out all that much. I don't want to go out all that much. I don't want to have to pay for gas on a regular basis. Unless a job pays enough to that pays well above way more than enough to cover whatever clothing I would have to wear for it, because I only have the one suit, as well as gas and housing on my own. And I'm talking like decent housing, not the complete shithole. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I would prefer to live in a house, even if I'm renting, instead of an apartment. I would not want to have roommates because, honestly, I'm very particular about what I am willing to deal with. I'm aware that I can be a little difficult to live with. You do not want me as a roommate. I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, I just live with my parents because they allow me. They don't charge me rent, so that means I have no incentive to go out and find somewhere else to live, because if they charged me rent, I would definitely be more motivated to move out, because if I'm going to be paying rent anyway, I may as well uh, I'll pay hey, I may as well pay for somewhere that is as close to my own as you can really call a rental. So, I think I'm going to leave it there for the video. Comment down below what you think of all of this. I'll admit I got the idea for finally doing something about it by watching the show Shrinking on Apple TV Plus. Would definitely recommend it. Give this video a like, subscribe for more like this every day. I'll see you soon.